Hello, Aries. Welcome back to POE where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Aries, and this is going to be the September overview. Okay, we will do and continue to break down. I think rather than doing weeklies, we're going to break them down into bi-weeklies for the remainder of the year to allow for a little bit more time to dig into some of the different things and how the sequences of things go together. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. As always, we're going to use the Sacred Geometry deck because it's my jam. I love this deck so much. It has so much value for the information that's in here. So let's go ahead and start just like that. Your card flipped out, and the card that you have here, my Aries friends, is Wisdom. So, my friends, this particular month, the universe is talking to you about gaining a greater insight into something, okay? So I'm going to put that little dude there. Obviously, you can see I'm in a different setup, so you'll have to let me know if visually this is supportive for you. I don't want to leave anyone out. But Spirit has me on camera for a reason. I can talk to you guys about that in probably the next month and a half. But we follow instructions when Spirit tells us to do things because it's for my best and highest good so that I can help you. So the gaining greater insight. Okay, so card number 48, which reduces down to a 12, which turns into a 3. So Aries, some of you guys are going to be going through it this particular month. That's because the month of September also happens to be numerologically a 3 energy as well, okay? So it's catalyst energy. It's a force that is going to make you do something, say something, realize something, share something, and it's all for the greater good of expansion in one way, shape, form, or another. Now, sometimes if you expand, if you want this to happen, you may have to make a couple of edits and changes down here. So it is going to be a month of momentum, but it will be a change in momentum from something that you may not have been used to prior. And that's fine, because at least it's forward momentum, right? Now, what the angels wanted me to do this particular month, Aries, was bring in your buddy. So you guys know that your angel is Archangel Merkabah. And you can call on Archangel Merkabah at any time to help support you. His responsibility is to make sure that he takes care of any Aries-born babies, okay? But what they wanted me to do, again, I think I did this a couple of months ago, was bring in the other angel, the other archangel that you can call on specifically for this month of September, Aries. And it could mean lots of different things. We'll go ahead and get into it. But there's a buddy, so let me go ahead and pull the details for the buddy for you, okay? And where did I place? Oh, there it is right there, just in case I want to go into booklet. Let's see what we have here. Well, that was super fast, and I'm not going to challenge myself. I'm going to go ahead and just reshuffle that real quick. If the same card pops out, then you know, hey, they're having a laugh at me. Let's see what we got going on, Aries. Who's your buddy? Merkabah, who are you calling in? Okay, thank you. All right, so you guys have Archangel Harael, okay? Doesn't he look nice? Notice that he has a scroll, okay? So I do have a companion angel guide here. I do want to get into his speciality, what he's responsible for, because that will be able to help share with you how you can work with him, or at least a principle that he is trying to bring to the forefront for you. All right, buddy, I'm getting there. I believe this is earth energy. Let me move forward. You know, I'm going to have to make myself a guide for this book, because as much as I love this book, they did not include a guide, like a page guide. You know what I'm saying? Come on, woman. These people are ready to get their details. Let's make it happen. How how does an Aries fire sign work with the earthen element that you guys want to bring forward? And what does this have to do with books and library? Okay, it is all about your knowledge. Oh my God, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. I might have to do that before I do the next sign. Yes, it's an earth element. So Harahel, okay, is an earth element, okay? He is responsible for looking after libraries, schools, colleges, and any other place of learning. A description is that he is extremely tall, and all of the archangels are. I mean, we're babies compared to the size that they are, really. He wears golden robes. Depicted in the card is him standing in a library, okay? But he's invisible to anyone that would physically be in the library. So if you ever remember the movie City of Angels, this is him, okay? So the reason why he steps forward is he's saying that you will need to further your knowledge in an area of your life, Aries, okay? That might be learning for your career, or it might be study relating to a hobby or even an interest. So maybe turning something into a side gig. Remember, I talked to you about this as a 3-month. It's about expansion in some way, shape, form, or another, okay? Whether the reason is for needing to enroll in a class or a course, borrow or buy books relating to the study, and make a commitment to act. Okay, so they're really on you. You cannot make this stuff up, you guys. Wisdom and expanding your knowledge, Aries. So whoever this is for, if you're resonating with this component of the reading, please stick with us because it's going to get deep, okay? All right, so that is the buddy that comes through with your archangel. Okay, your archangel is Merkabah, and Merkabah is working here with Harahel. Okay, where do I want to put this so that it's not in my way? There it goes. There we go. So for the month of September, I have been guided to do a 9-card spread. And the 9-card spread is going to be broken down. This is very similar to the way I used to do it when I first got on the channel several years ago, breaking it down into a couple of different ways. Now, when I would do my readings before, I would do... Basically, there were several messages that were coming out of that 9-card spread. Specifically, we're going to do a 9-card spread, and one of those columns or rows is going to be about your home life. This middle row is going to be about your romance or your relationships, and then the very bottom row is going to be involved with your career. So let's find out what's going on, and then based upon the way some of the cards are laid out, I'm going to know what's your challenge, and I'm going to know kind of what was triggering you in the past, kind of where you will be in the present when it comes to the entire month of September, and then how it is that you're going to look when you get out of by the end of the month. Okay, so I just wanted to explain that. Let's go for our first row. I don't know, well, let's just see how much space you guys can't. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust my camera, you can't see. All right, we'll just take it row by row then. So the first card that you have is Compassion. It's in the reverse. So that's just an extra, let's pay attention to this card from the universe. The second card that you have is Intuition and Downloads in reverse. So we're going to have some details to pull out about that one for sure. Whoops, that was me and my fat fingers. I'm being told that this is going to be for, you want both of them? Okay. This is a recent, at least I know that there's a recent graduate that's going to take a look at this. The other person is someone that has, you're not in retirement, but like you're backing, how do I explain this? The person is not retiring, but you're slowing, you're coming off of 40 hours and you're going to do something more like less than 30. So it's not quite part-time because there's something extra that you're doing there, which is why this additional detail is coming through. Okay, I get it. All of the cards that we have here are in the reverse position. So some of you have really been challenged recently about this. So the first card that we have, like I said, is the compassion card. Now this would have been in your past area. So perhaps you were dealing with a situation where someone was treating you weird and therefore you didn't have any compassion for the other person. It could mean lots of different types of things, but you're trying to call this into your energy. So let's back this up again. The cards that are on the table show up because they are still in your energy and they need to be worked through, or the potential for you, because it's free will. You don't have to follow my advice, but the free will is here to say that this is something that we really want you to focus on, okay? The second card that shows up in your present would be this issue with downloads and intuition. So for some of you light workers that are out there, you already know, you can feel when you have something coming through. If you are new to stepping into this type of a process, and you're going through your awakening journey, your intuition and downloads are not to be dismissed. You are receiving accurate messages, and so there's different ways to work through that. The future card that shows up is trust the universe. So the universe is trying to guide you at this particular moment, Aries, and you really do need to trust the universe, okay? The other two cards that came out, again, I know that the situation is going to be one for the new graduate, and the other one is going to be towards the retiree. There's two separate messages I'm going to go for because that's what they said. So for my student, there is a sacred plan that kind of goes with what it is that you're experiencing right now. You do need to trust the universe. This is all kind of written in the stars, so to speak. You kind of contracted this a little bit, so this is a point where the universe is kind of pushing baby bird out of the nest, and they just want you to know that this is part of the real plan, okay? For my retiree, or however the circumstance might fit for you, the universe is saying you have to surrender to the process at this particular moment, okay? In both instances, you have to let go. You have to let go. You have to trust that the universe is taking care of the things that it's supposed to take care of, okay? So that is what we have in your home life situation. And the reason why it's important to bring that up is because your home life, you need compassion, you are receiving intuitions and downloads, and you need to be able to trust the universe, whether you're single or whether you have a family, and not fight the universe on those different types of things that are happening. So there could definitely be some support, okay? So that is the home. We will go back through and we will do clarifiers, okay? But I just wanted to get that first base down. Now let's go through and let's take a look at anyone that's involved in a romance. Okay, so Aries, let's see what we've got here. All right. Aries and their romance in September, please. Sun, moon, and rising, or anyone else that has a lot of Aries in their charts. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Romance and connection is in the middle of the reading here. So it's definitely on its way. You've got energy that is there. Let us see what we have. Last card for romance for the Aries here in September. Come on, universe. Don't rush us. We know what we're doing. Okay. So, and this makes a lot of sense too. Okay, it's like I've got extra readings. See, this is why I need to break these down, because I'll be here for an hour going through this. The first card that we have in the past area with regards to relationship is the lack of ease and grace. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. We will do clarifiers on it, but this is basically what I'm getting out of the situation right now. Okay, there's a little bit of forcing some things to happen, if that makes just another way for me to say it there. But the central theme of the romance is romance. It is that there's definitely a romance and there's definitely connection here for you, Aries. But if you're not doing things with ease and grace, it's going to be a little bit hard for that little guy to show up or that gal to show up, or it doesn't really make a difference how it comes into play. But when it does come into play, because it is, you need to be able to hold your composure, okay? So the other card that we do have here is that, and again, these are special one-off messages. This is why I want to do these extendeds in a different way. Miss Student or Mr. Student, what is happening as far as your relationship is absolutely a part of divine timing. And for my retiree, person, the answer that might be on your brain right now about romance and connection, the word is no, okay? So I'm just putting it out there, okay? So that is what we have for Aries for romance. Let's take a look at what we have as far as career, and then we'll go and we'll do clarifiers on everything, okay? Aries career, September, please. Which one is it? Got it. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. And my extra messages. Well, you guys are going to love this. Let's start with our students first. Okay, our student, your guardian angel is all over this particular situation. And if you're feeling any stress about the situation, please call on your guardian angel. Okay? And for my retiree, the answer turns into a yes. Let's back this truck up a little bit and let's talk about why that is. Your past position within the career shows up with the fact that on one of you is a light worker. I can tell you this, but if you're a light worker, you were not feeling what it is that you needed because you were going through your own situation with why this compassion showed up in the reverse position. Therefore, you weren't able to do things with ease and grace in the past when it came to home and romance, and it was affecting your healing abilities when it came to your work. Also, you also would have needed to partake in healing energy. So maybe you had to get a Reiki session, or maybe you had to do something else like that in order to try to bring this forward. So what the universe is saying is that there's an expansion that definitely would have taken place in the past with regards to your energy changing, okay? Which is why in the present moment, your work is getting ready to transform. Your work environment is absolutely going to transform by the end of this month, Aries, okay? Yeah, we'll move on. Your home life, and that's a big part of your challenge right now, is about your blessings and your gratitude. And I know that I've talked to you guys about this before. I think it was either May or June, because I was like, wow, that is really impactful for me with all these changes they're going to go through. You absolutely have abundance and blessings that are on their way to you. You absolutely do. You have to be able to believe it 100%. You got to be able to believe it. So all your situations actually look like they're going to be pretty spot on. Just job change that is going to come and transform you is going to bring you more money. It's going to bring you new opportunities. It is going to be something that is better for you. And they're telling me time. So you're going to have more time available to yourself. I don't know what that means. It could be my student. It could be my retiree that I'm talking to on the sides here. But at the end of the day, all of you guys have to be able to appreciate that a lot of things are sacred. That's a sacred plan. It's what's in your chart. But divine timing is involved, and guardian angel for our student. Like I said, this is exactly what's supposed to be happening for you at this time. For my retiree, there might not be the focus on the romance that you want at this particular moment. Okay, I will clarify, but it does look like that a positive that's going to set up for you, if you can surrender, is going to be this just change in this career. And it's a big fat yes. Go, man, go. That is the energy that you have with that one. Now, I'm going to take a quick minute here. Let's see, where am I at as far as time? Oh, good. We're doing well as far as time. I am going to do clarifiers, okay? And let's see what kind of energy we want to pull out. So universe originally had talked to me. Oh, got it. Okay, so we're going to use the In-Between Tarot deck, and we're going to bridge the past to the present. And then I'm going to use a different deck to clarify and bridge the present to the future, in a sense, okay? But the challenge at the end of the day has boiled down to really needing energy, healing yourself, or putting out the energy, the energy of love, the energy of want, your manifestations in a way that they could come forward. So again, the universe has all this sexiness that's lined up here for you. The challenge has been compassion in your relationship before, potentially. So the challenge was compassion. Either you or your partner, if you're currently partnered up, may have had a little bit of challenge there, but you definitely have a very strong connection. For those of you that are single, the compassion that you're having for yourself is allowing this relationship to step forward for you, and the relationship is going to be extremely abundant. Your challenge overall has been your balance for yourself when it comes to your compassion. Okay, so we're just going to give this a quick shuffle. We're going to do the quick bridge card here for our Aries. We're talking about our home and family, this compassion into the intuition and downloads. So kind of knowing, for those of you that are coupled up, what your significant other is kind of thinking, and you're kind of getting the heads up in advance. Like, you don't know why you know, but you know, that's your intuition and your download. There's downloads that are kicking in, and your team is working extra hard to share information for you, okay? And give information to you. So the card that pops out, you can't make this stuff up, you guys. We have the strength turning into the hermit. So what had to happen was you had to take the advice and you had to go in, right? You had to be in hermit mode. You had to use the energy of the lion there, your strength. There was healing that needed to happen in this particular situation. And it does bridge all three things because they're all connected, okay? So by going in and becoming the hermit, by going in and learning the information that you needed to be able to learn for yourself, is helping to change and create that situation. Now, when it comes specifically to the relationship, if things were challenging because we weren't doing things with ease and grace, there was a little too much force. What's changing that? We got 2 cards. Oh, we got 3 cards. How do you want me to manage this? For our special guys. Okay, gotcha. The other card that pops out here is the Lovers and the Chariot. So what was happening is that there was a discord, there was a disagreement between how we're trying to get this done. We're trying to protect our relationship, but really no one was on the same page, in a sense. This is the card that indicates that, yeah, the lovers that were in partnership definitely were maybe at odds with each other, okay? I'm going to look at our student, and as far as the bridge within your, I'm going to do those last, because that's gonna drive me a little wonky. Okay, I'll do that one last, but those 2 cards are there. Let's do the bridge between the career. Oh, que smoke. Oh, got it. Okay. So there, you got 2 cards, and they're specifically for this one. So going from healing energy or needing the energy or not having the energy in the past now to transformative items coming through, 2 things came up. You have the wheel, and on this card, it's the Justice card in between the wheel. Okay. So when it shows up like this, well, if it's in the upright, what they want you to do, Lady Justice is saying, pay attention. Okay, that's basically what she's saying. There may have been a situation where you may not have noticed something, okay? And in not noticing that, this Ace of Wands moment couldn't really kind of come through. You were delivering your package and dropping this 10 of Wands, but in order for you to take advantage of this Ace, you might have missed something in the past, but it looks like you're working your way to it, through it, in order to help transform. So maybe just a small detail that you were missing in the past, okay? For my student, specifically, what was going on here, looks as though it was just a matter of you just trying to get a job. Learning a skill, okay? Learning a skill and learning how to get into the work world was part of what was going on for you. That relates all of this different type of stuff together, and that takes a lot of mental energy, and it's all about timing. For my retiree, the situation comes in with the Ace of Swords turning into the 2 of Swords. Okay, so you received clarity on something, and that clarity that you received with that Ace of Swords had a lot to do with you making the decision. So that 2 of Swords energy, like not even necessarily being at crossroads as much as it was about just getting to the next level. Okay, so again, if you're a retiree or you're going through a reduction of hours or some sort of a something that puts you in a different vein at the same job, but like in a different capacity, then clearly that reading is for you. Now, we're going to bridge this intuition and downloads in your home life, this romance and connection in your romance section, and then the transformation in your job sector, to the trust the universe. Make sure you keep your composure, try to keep things balanced, and then be available for the blessings and abundance that are coming through. So let's go, and we're going to use our littles, okay? Let's go and give me the bridge between the intuition and the trust the universe for our Aries. Thank you. Well, that's very interesting. So the Page of Pentacles shows up and the Two of Swords shows up. So this covers everyone on the board here. There's going to be a decision that is going to give you some information and realization about where one of the choices is better than the other choice as far as new opportunities. Okay, that's what the universe is asking you to trust in them about. Okay, when the situation shows up, trust in the universe at that particular moment. Bring them in. From romantics, the romance and the connection into the composure for the future. Okay, what do we have for our Aries? Ooh, I love this. Straight up, Ten of Swords in the reverse position. Just letting go of any past drama, any past hurts, any past pain that was kind of going on from your past, and then your present into your future. Is just, you got to make sure that you're continuing to bury all that old information, okay? And then the transformative nature of what's going on with our work, from transformation into the blessings and abundance. Ooh, what do we have here? Whoa! Are you serious? Are all of these for the same? Okay, I get it. And then this is for... Got it. Got it. Okay. So, for the general population, we have the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups, which is bridging the transformation that's going to be taking place until the end of September, where your blessings show up. So the Hermit has a lot to do with that Virgo energy potentially that's going around right now, okay? Because we are in Virgo season, but we do have the Gemini information for the Lovers that shows up here. So this is 2 or 3 different things, right? This is a choice that has to be made, a very strong choice, very positive choice. It also has to do with a connection with someone. So if it's not a lover and it's not a Gemini, then there definitely is a connection with someone that is supporting you, someone that you really get along with. Sometimes people really confuse the lovers. It doesn't always have to be, a lover. It can just be a really strong partnership. But it absolutely is a strong partnership. This is someone new that you may not have an awareness of right now. This is the Page of Cups, offering you a new cup of love or a new emotional experience is really going to help bridge that gap for you, Aries. And this is really, really awesome for my student. Okay. Whew. All right. For my students, there was a situation that was going on where you had some heartbreak. But we do have the 3 of Swords can also indicate timing, which is more than what I'm getting here from anything else. This is just supporting the divine timing. Either way, if you were healing from a relationship, a breakup, a challenge, a situation that was just like was not a very good situation, because it doesn't always have to be, relationship failure. It does mean something was definitely uncomfortable as a potential. But the other potential is that the 3 of Swords often indicates time. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, okay? So again, by the end of this particular situation, I feel that you're going to be set up in a situation where you have all the things that you need. For my retiree here, what we have here is the Star card. We have the Aquarius card in the reverse position. So, when you get the Star card, you have the ability to make wishes. Now, we have a new moon that's popping up here in the 6th of the month. I would be all about utilizing the wishes that are available to you and wish upon that star. But what I'm getting more so than anything else out of this for you is that you are going through a healing process right now. The Star card, even in reverse, still offers benefits, and it is definitely talking about that there is active healing that's going on for you, or that you might need to be able to seek a little bit of comfort from some source, okay? Some source, some resource, okay? Woo! All right, we're going to pull... No, you don't want those? You want the numerology deck. All right. We're going to use the numerology deck, okay? Thank you, Merkabah. All right. Aries. This one? Thank you. All right. Patience. Patience is a virtue. I want you to notice that number 2 is here. We're going into a 3 energy. The 2 energy is builder energy, but it does take patience to watch something continue to advance, which is why I believe they want you to get a little bit more education, and also why you will gain some greater insight from that education that will be able to support you with these different blessings and things that are getting ready to show up. That is an important virtue to have. Is there anything else with this deck? No, but take an angel healing card. Okay. Angel healing card. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. So the first situation that comes up is vacuum away fear. Okay, this is calling in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in and vacuum away any fear that you have, and to replace it with, oh, that's why you can't see it, but it looks like I dropped a card, so I didn't have a whole deck, which is why they didn't want me to use this one. Sorry. Lift any fear-based energy that you have around any portions of your situation, whether it's the home life, although it looks like it's getting better, okay, whether it's the work, the romance, which we know is going to happen for you, and the work life is going to be banging, okay? But if you've got fear, and this covers the entire, everyone, the onboard and then the 2 special sides that we had, call upon them to remove any fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and anyone that's involved. It doesn't matter. You can say, Archangel Michael, please step forward and support me with vacuuming away fear. You're going to need to give yourself like 10 minutes, but it will be done, okay? And then the second card is for this light worker that's out there, okay? If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I, okay, make the world a better place today? And then this is really heavy with the law of attraction. So this is what we're talking about. Let the law of attraction take care of your needs, but you have to be solid. So for those of you that were going through these issues in the past with your compassion and ease and grace and this whole healing energy, you're transforming that. You have the capacity to really transform that. And then if you're a light worker, get on board, man. If you get nervous about what it is that what's going on in your life, make sure that you're doing something for somebody else, okay? That is one of the easiest ways to not only heal them with the gift or the blessing that you're going to provide them, but it also gives you a little bit of healing for yourself. I'm already telling you guys things that you know. So is there anything else? One more card. All right. So this deck is the Mystical Wisdom deck. I don't think I've used this much on camera, but I love this deck. So we're going to pull a card from the Mystical Wisdom deck, and this is for our Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, our student, and our retiree. It's covering everybody, okay? Okay, there it is. We go. Regardless of where you're at this particular month, as you're going through these healings, as you are calling in, vacuuming away fear, and replacing it with good things, utilizing the law of attraction, the issue for you will be picking your battles wisely this month, Aries. Okay, not everything has to be a confrontation. It really doesn't. So, Before I wrap up, we are going to go into our sacred geometry deck for you. And we're going to dig into this wisdom that we talked about a little bit at the beginning, okay? Wisdom, gaining greater insight. This is catalyst information, okay? Gaining greater insight. What else can we offer our Aries? Okay. So basically you're going from the shadows into the light. That's what the card is indicating. You are going to receive those aha big moments, okay? I want you to focus on the Merkabah in the middle of his chest, okay? The Merkabah within is our chariot awaiting. When in its ultimate counter-rotating spin, it allows access to ancient wisdoms to help us on our paths and full awakening while keeping us on our current life path. It reawakens our pineal gland and our light coach, which lay dormant within our DNA strands. So, Lightworker, you probably already understand that the Merkabah that we have, and I will bring my physical one that's in here, 2 tetrahedrons, one with basically like triangle pointing up and the other one pointing down, and then you've got the other ones both spinning in different directions, and that's your personal space, your personal vehicle. It's your personal entity, if you will, that allows you to have that higher connection within spirit. And what they're talking about is making sure that you understand that this is a way for you to connect to source in a different way. So that healing that we talked about here, right? Going in with that strength, with that healing, and hanging out with the Hermit, going and hanging out with Virgo to realize, okay, I'm okay, you're okay, it's okay, but what can I do to, whatever the case may be, make this a better situation for myself or my partner? The wisdom in that is knowing that you will have this greater connection that's going to show up. And then, yes, they are saying there is a learning that is actually going to be a physical learning for some of you as well, that needs to take place in order to help you, achieving blessings and abundance is coming for you. So, one of the crystal options, okay, if you would like to have support with shifting the energy for you, getting rid of the debris and allowing the light to come in. Again, you're calling in Archangel Michael to help you get rid of the old stuff, old energy, to bring things in new. Is get yourself a Merkabah if you have one. If you don't have one, you can take a snapshot of this card here and meditate with that. Print it out if you need to. Otherwise, you can use Lemurian Quartz, which is this. Okay, Lemurian Quartz. I love this. I love doing different works with this one. You can use selenite. You can use apophyllite. You can use Herkimer diamond. You can use a Brandenburg amethyst. Those are going to be one of the key crystals that will help you within your journey this particular month, Aries. So look, you're cleaning up a bunch of boo-boo is what's happening, but you at the end of the day you're winning. You get the blessings and abundance card. This is huge. And so you just have a little bit of work to do. And again, for my student, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, this is all about getting a job. This is all about understanding that there is divine timing at play here. Your guardian angel is all over this, like 3 bums on a bologna sandwich. And this is going to work out for you. It is part of the sacred plan, okay? For my retiree, then again, you need to surrender with regards to the whole situation with relationship. It might be a no at this particular moment, but whatever it is that you've been trying to call in for work or change of employment is an absolute yes, 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 granting you more time. And all this has to do with you having received clarity and making a very strong decision. Use the new moon that we have to wish upon the star to bring in whatever it is that you would like. Okay, so Aries, hopefully you were able to resonate with the majority of the content that I put out. I really enjoy doing this different style for you. It's a little bit weird, but I follow directions. There's a couple of extra readings that popped in there. So If you did resonate with this, please make sure that you give it a like. I really appreciate it. It's the simplest thing that you can do to help my channel grow. Comment as well. Share this out to other people. Again, my services are available. You can go to peonilore.com and you can book a session with me, and you can go and purchase the different crystals that I have online within this first wave. Make sure that you use the description box below to contact me with anything else that you have questions about. Otherwise, Aries, thank you very much, and we will see you on the next detailed reading. Bye for now.